And now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain.
Voltron!
We're not done with this shit.
We're almost done with it. We just have to, talk about season 8, and then we'll be done with it.
Maybe.
I honestly don't know what to play as the bumper. I'm either gonna play the season 8 trailer or the final curtain.
Oh.
Christ, Emma, we've been with this for how many years?
It's only been 2?
I know, that's fucking 2 years, 8 seasons.
How?
The power of Netflix.
Even if you don't split them, it's still 6 seasons in 2 years.
Fucking Hilda isn't coming back until 2020, and we got 8 seasons of Voltron in 2 years.
How
Holy
the fuck?
shit.
How the fuck?
So, I guess before we get into, the season 8 drama, what do you think about season 8? What would you rate it?
Alright, I'm not really sure what I would rate it necessarily. I do know it's kind of it's not the best, it's not the worst type of season. I don't know. It would probably be around a 6 or a 7 because I know it had problems. It had some things going for it that were the best, but the animation was still stellar, the drama was still heavy, and it touched on a lot of smaller things that I'm really glad that they put focus on.
I feel the same way. I don't really know what to rate it, but if I had to, I would give it a 6 out of 10. I don't really watch Voltron for the story, which is why I don't have a lot of a problem with the writing and the cutting. I watched this show for the characters, and when it came to the characters, I got exactly what I wanted, and that was a proper conclusion to their stories. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't have as much of a problem with this season as other people do, because again, I don't care about the writing. I care about these characters, and when it came to these characters, I got what I wanted. So 6 out of 10, I would give it a 5, but if I didn't get the conclusion, I would have given it a 5, but because I got it, I'm giving it a 6.
It's funny because the conclusion for a lot of people made it worse.
I don't understand why. I thought the ending was perfect because it ended.
It's because people are assholes, that's why.
So, this season of Voltron was 12 episodes. 13 episodes. Was it 12 or 13? 13. That's a first in a very long time.
Yeah, no, it's weird because season 1 was 11, technically 13 because the first episode was 3. And then season 2 was 13, and then seasons 3 through 6 were either 6 episodes or 7 episodes. They split the seasons in half, and seasons 7 and 8 were when they actually rejoined. So it was actually kind of a chore to... I don't want to say a chore, but it was a daunting task to watch this all in one go, but I did it anyway. Not at 3 a.m. this time, thank God.
Oh my god, you learned.
I learned from my mistakes of staying up for 40 hours straight.
Oh, Christ. So, this final season, 13 episodes, we got 2 filler episodes.
In a row, which I'm not...
Yeah.
It did kind of disrupt the flow, but both of them were so good that I don't care.
We finally got, the conclusion to Hagar's story. We got a conclusion to everyone's story.
But, Hagar finally got some focus and some backstory.
Yeah, Hagar's just been kind of building up in the background, and here she finally gets her ending, which... I'll admit, a little anticlimactic, but I don't mind it because Allura helped balance it out.
Yeah, definitely.
But, all in all, oh boy, I really don't know where to start because there was a lot of good. In my opinion, there was a lot of good.
There was a lot of good.
There was also some bad.
There was a bit of bad, yeah. I think we should just kind of, briefly go episode by episode and then get to the problems when we get to them.
If we go episode by episode, we're gonna be here forever.
That's true, but we can just kind of, really cut some of the other episodes that aren't really relevant to the really, really good stuff or the really, really bad stuff.
I really like the filler episodes this season.
They
I think
were so
Day 47 is... Yeah, Day 47 was
We have
amazing.
to talk about Day 47, come on.
That was so fucking good. I don't think it was as good as the mall episode, but I think it was really fucking close to the mall episode.
I'm not gonna call it the best filler episode because that is either Space Mall or Monsters and Mana, but...
Yes.
it gave a lot of focus to the MFE pilots, and it was so good. We finally got to hear Kincaid say actual words, my sweet boy.
Oh god, I love how this episode was. It was basically a found footage episode, kind of going over what everyday life on the garrison is like, especially when you're in the midst of war. So we saw a lot from, some side characters that we don't really know much about. And the main cast is just kind of in the background being awkward, I guess. Also, Hunk is a good fucking boy! Hunk is so good!
Okay, but Colavan, though?
Oh yeah.
His only scene in the entire season, and it was absolute gold.
The dog. Emma the dog.
The dog. The dogs, Cosmo, all the dogs.
No, I'm talking about Fifi and Day 47.
Yeah, forget Bebe, oh my god!
Yeah, Bebe, oh my god, I can't believe they call her Fifi.
I love Bebe so much, you have no idea.
And again, Hunk is a good boy. He baked cookies to try and get the Altaians to, talk and listen. Because it's well, food is amazing. Food can do a good thing, and, food can bring people together. So here, this is friendship. This is peace. Please accept it. And it was
so good. And,
you're such a good boy. I love you.
And then you have Lance being a little anxious shit.
By the way, fucking Lance, most development he's ever got, final fucking season.
Honestly, I do kind of disagree with that. Because, contrary to a lot of the other characters, Lance hasn't gotten a lot of individual episode attention, but he has actually gotten a shit ton of development. It's just been very subtle and very slow burn. Because if you compare him, compare Season 1 Lance, Season 4 or 5 Lance, and Season 8 Lance, they are completely different characters.
I feel like Season 1 Lance was him being, a goofball, the bisexual Cuban fuck of the team. And in later seasons, he's trying to find himself and find his place on a team. Season 8, where he finally gets love, and he learns to love, and he is love. That's the most mature version of Lance we've gotten.
It's beautiful. He matures so well over the series, because at the beginning, he's in Voltron for the praise, to fuel his ego. He's a shit starter and really obnoxious, looking for attention. And later, when he realizes that he's not hot shit, he kind of goes into a depressive state. He feels like he's not worthy to be on the team. He's starting to be more reclusive. And then, finally, in this last season, he finds his place. And he's a grown, mature man at this point. And I'm so proud of him.
I don't want to say that he's gotten the most development, because there is another character who I feel like Voltron was his story. But I want to get to that when we talk about characters, because I just kind of want to talk about the story and the writing of this season first.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying that Lance got the most development, but he got a lot more than a lot of the fans tend to mention. It's just a lot more subtle.
So, when it comes to the season, what would we say were, the highs and the lows of the season?
Highs were definitely Day 47. The first episode had a lot of good gags, too. With the 80s Voltron series being, an actual series based on the Legendary Defender events, and it's so bad and inaccurate, and it's hilarious.
I love what they did when it came to making the original series an Easter egg, because you know how in Devilman Crybaby, it's the original Devilman just kind of exists, and they actively call it out and reference it. When they do it with that, it feels out of place, because it's you're saying that Devilman is a thing in this universe, but I don't understand, because it's clearly it's a TV show that this little boy enjoys, and then you have the infamous Devil Cat scene, but at the same time, it's it's just kind of there to be there, I guess. But I really like what they did here in Voltron, because they actually say that the 80s series is a TV show based off of them and their actions and how they saved planet Earth. And you had Pidge going around saying, oh yeah, the show was based on me. Holy crap, my kid loves that show. Can I get your autograph? And they have Pidge fucking abusing her fame and mimicking her TV show counterpart. And I could just tell that Bex was fucking dying in the booth
Bex
for
to do
recording
the
those
old
lines.
school Pidge voice, that is incredible.
I love how they incorporated that into the show. It's like, okay, there had to have been a point in time where you call out the original Voltron, but the way they did it was brilliant,
yeah,
and
they
loved it.
That's the thing, they did it a little bit with Sven being a character in this series, but this was the first one that, like, it was a blatant, they even used footage from the 80s version, and it was so funny. I loved it so much.
It was hysterical.
Oh, it's good.
Another high, I would say another high was Team Voltron trying to travel around the galaxy, A, checking on their allies, and B, trying to fight the enemy.
Well, yeah, that was a good idea because timey-wimey bullshit happened and they were gone for 3 years. So yeah, they do have to reassemble people, and they could only get so many people back to Earth. So yeah, it makes sense for them to be doing this, and it's really sweet. Even if the show is extremely kill-happy now, apparently.
Yeah, I don't want to bring back Bury Your Gaze, because Bury Your Gaze didn't happen this season.
It didn't actually happen.
No, thank God, because, oh boy, if Shiro fucking died, I would have had a heart attack.
Here's the thing, not even bringing in the gay thing, Shiro dying just would have been really shitty for the story, because he already died like 5 times.
I know, right? It's like, he already died, why kill him again?
Alright, but I do want to touch on, Bury Your Gaze a little bit because Ezor is a really confusing addition to me. Because pretty much there was an episode with Zethrid chasing down the Paladins as revenge for, Ezor leaving. And the dialogue and just the method that this happens, it implies that Ezor died. But then she's just right there at the end of the episode. So
I know.
So, like, Zethrid went on a kill streak because her girlfriend left her? Like, it doesn't make sense. It really seems like Ezor was a very last-minute addition, especially because her voice was different. But, I don't know. I'm gonna just go out on a limb here and blame the fans a little bit, because I know the show staff wouldn't be mad about killing Ezor, but the fans made such a big stink about it, about them potentially being dead in Season 7, that, like, I feel like that's what made them walk it back.
It feels like some of what they did in the final season was to appease the fans, and that did, kind of affect the show a little bit.
That's the thing. My biggest issue are the things that are very blatantly, very quickly tacked on to appease the fan base. Aside from the epilogue, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, here's the thing. I think a writer and a creator should write and create what makes both them happy and the fans happy, and that the fans don't have a place to tell the creator what to do. Like, I have witnessed this shit with Attack on Titan. Dude, fucking anime and manga fans are the worst. Like, Japanese anime and manga fans, boy, like, creators don't show their face or have a Twitter because the fans are always like, oh, do this, do this, do this. When the creator, they just want to, stick by their creation. So, like, with Attack on Titan, there's so many times where fans are like, why did you kill this character? Why didn't you do this? And Hajime is just like, fuck you, I don't give a shit. And he just does what he does. And that's what you're supposed to do. That's what's supposed to happen. Like, he gets a lot of shit. And he's just like, fuck you, I'm killing your favorite fucking character. And the most badass example of a creator doing this, Hideki Anno with the Eva movies. Because in the Eva TV show, people were like, why is Shinji such a pussy? Why is Shinji such a pussy? Why you do this? Why you do that? Hideki Anno was like, you guys are fucking annoying as shit. Fuck you all. I'm going to do my own fucking thing. And he just, made the movie turn the characters into, quote unquote, what the fans wanted to see, and he ends the movie by killing everyone because he's like, fuck you, this is what you get.
That's the thing. The problem with this is that the Voltron fan base is a bunch of fucking assholes. And they have been harassing the staff for months about shit like this. And, there's been multiple threads about, what is very clearly last-minute edits and last-minute changes. Because I don't know, I don't want to get all tin-hatty, but there's really 2 things that were kind of a little bit blatant. One was them massively shrinking down the interactions between Shiro and Keith, and the other one was Ezor. And the Shiro and Keith thing, I'm not going at this from a shipping perspective, but just, I don't know, I feel like it's a bit of a coincidence that Shiro was announced as gay and then immediately just, he doesn't have any interactions with Keith anymore. I'm not trying to say like the staff was against the ship, but I don't think they wanted to give people the wrong impression after that.
Keep in mind, this isn't the first time we've called the Voltron fandom assholes, and we are a part of this fandom.
I'm part of this, but they're assholes. I was harassed by 2 different people for 2 different ships on the same day. They are such dicks.
Look, we've said it time and time again. We understand that Voltron is a show based, like, aimed towards a younger demographic, and, you know, this fandom is comprised of teenagers who don't understand fandom. It is like, yeah, you know, you can't, like, say, oh, they're young. No, that's no excuse. They're being fucking dicks and they have to be called out on it.
They need to be called out on it or they won't learn.
Yeah, because, look, we've said time and time again, this shit sucks and we hate it, and goddammit, I am glad that it's over, but at the same time, Voltron is over and everything is worse now.
Yeah, just, I don't know, Ezor living was really the biggest issue I had in terms of these changes, but everything else was at least okay. But, oh god, I don't know.
For me, the lows were the changes. It was the cuts and the edits and all of the tacked on bullshit. The highs were the character development and a lot of the character interactions in the filler episodes and, you know, the political angle of the show. Those were the highs. I would say one of the lows was what they did with Lotor, because that felt kind of convenient. It felt like, I would say that Lotor just kind of coming back in fucking Robo form was tacked on, because it's like, oh, Lotor's dead, why'd you kill Lotor? And it's like, Hagar brings him back. And I understand that. I understand the reason for doing that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I wanted you to leave Lotor alone. I think it could have been better if she tried to bring her son back, but she failed. But instead, Lotor comes back as a fucking Ava.
Well,
and
no,
I didn't get it.
Here's the thing, she kind of did fail. Because she keeps saying she wanted her son, but she also did need the robot in order to go through realities, because fucking Syncline is badass. But there is one scene where we see inside the Syncline cockpit, and Lotor is legit dead. He is a messy, rotted corpse, and you don't see a lot of it. It's like at a 3/4 angle. But you see it, and he looks like shit. Like, she clearly didn't get this. She clearly failed in actually getting her real son back, and that's why she starts tearing through realities trying to find another one.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, if she just, like, completely failed, if she didn't find another version of her son in another reality, if that didn't happen, that would have been a great thing to do with Hagar and Lotor. But no, she kind of succeeds, she kind of fails.
She kind of gets it, like, but honestly, I kind of like what they did with it, where she actually goes to another reality, and baby Lotor is just like, no, fuck you, you're not my mom.
I love that. I love that episode so much. And if she just, like, if she was absolutely heartbroken, and she went into a blind rage, like a true blind rampage to get her kid back, that would have been perfect, because that would have been just insanity. That would have been destroying the world just for the sake of destroying everything, because she's so heartbroken.
I would have liked it if she would have blown up the castle, like, immediately after that. That would have been just brutal.
Again, if she's just destroying everything because she's so insane and she can't get over it, that would have been perfect. But they don't really do that. And it's like, God, seeing Lotor go, you're not my mom is dead, that was fucking amazing. That was one of the best goddamn moments of the show. But they just kind of bring him back, and I'm like, no, I don't like this.
I don't know. Well, that's the thing. I mean, everyone in Lotor's family have been poisoned by Quintessence. Like, they were good people at heart. And I kind of like that they all kind of had reconciliation in death. Because all of them died, but all of them managed to heal in the process.
Yeah, like fucking Zarkon.
Soft Zarkon! Oh my god!
Dude, how many times have we said, fuck you, asshole? And now here we are in the final season where he learns about what he's done and he's confronted with it. And it's like, my heart, you Dracula'd me. You fucking Dracula'd me, you piece of shit.
He's a soft boy now. He's off the do not stand list.
It's just, it's like, I love the ideas that they had with the family. And I think Zarkon was the best executed. I think showing Lotor's past and how he got the way he was, I thought that was amazing and heartbreaking. I think Hagar's arc could have done better. I think that her trying to get her son back could have done better. And look, dude, that's the fucking villain motivation in goddamn Spider-Verse. Mm-hmm. And it's executed way better in that one.
I do think Nerva could have been executed better, but a few of the moments we got were goddamn fantastic.
Like, okay, do you want to go into characters? Because I want to talk about the characters so bad.
Yes, please.
Okay, so here's how I feel about these characters. Because again, I care more about the characters of this show than I care about the story or the writing. I think everyone got a perfect conclusion. I think they all got a happy ending, and I think all of them had complete arcs. And here's why. Here's what happened. I'm gonna go through this shit one by one. I'm sorry. But look, Pidge, best girl, wonderful girl. I love this girl. She started the series looking for her family, and she was so desperate that she was compromising missions because of it. She ended the series with her family back, with all of them alive and whole, and the Hulks go on to train a new generation of legendary defenders. Hunk started the series as a comic relief, and we were like, give the boy more development. The boy got more development, and he ended the series, you know, just being good boy, best boy, amazing boy, I love this boy. And he ended the series being a lot more grown up, a lot more mature, truly finding his place, truly figuring out that his place wasn't in the stars, but it was in the culinary world, in the culinary arts. He did what he loved, and that was making good food and bringing people together. And because of that, he became very successful leaving the garrison and building a culinary empire. And I think Hunk got the best ending, because that's something that really resonates with me. So seeing that almost made me cry. Lance. We already talked about Lance. He started the series very immature. Somewhere in it, he didn't know his place. At the end, he grew up. He found love. He loved and he was loved. And in the end, he lost that love. And he grieves with it by teaching his love's philosophies of acceptance and to love one another. And he returned home, and he surrounded himself with the things he loved, like his family and nature and just looking up at the stars and seeing her. Shiro. This is a character that we've both gone on to say we love to death. We love Shiro to pieces. Shiro is one of the strongest goddamn characters in Voltron. He's a man who lost. He lost a lot. He lost his love because he put his work over himself and the people who cared about him. He almost lost his life because he was captured and forced to fight against his will. And because of that, he lost his arm and he was forced to live with technology made by the enemy. He lived with PTSD. He was extremely psychologically scarred and traumatic, yet despite that, he was an amazing leader. He continued to lead this team of misfits and helped them grow up with his guidance. And we've cried and sobbed over him so many times. And in the end, once again, he is a leader. He's helping defend the universe and defend people. He's a symbol of hope and peace and inspiration. He overcame so much. And in the end, he realized that he can't put his work over himself anymore. He can't put himself over the people who matter to him anymore because he's done that and he fucked up by doing that. So in the end, he leaves the battlefield, he finds peace, and he gets fucking married, and it was fucking beautiful, and oh my god, I wanted to cry.
Okay, but I want to talk about Shiro real quick, because no, he did not retire at 27, you illiterate dumbasses. Not only is there a very blatant increase in time, so he wasn't just still in his 20s when he left. But leaving the battle behind is what they said at the epilogue, and the way I interpreted that was just he got over his traumas. Because nothing about that blatantly said that he left the garrison, because there's a very good chance he was still working with them, but in more peaceful aspects. But with all the trauma he went through, having a weapon just attached to his body made by the enemy, he ends the series with an arm made by his colleagues that isn't a weapon, it's something to actually, for him to use. It's his, and he decides to just, instead of lingering on all of this trauma he's gone through, he finds love instead. And for some reason, this idiot cannot date outside the workplace.
Oh god. That's fucking true.
Cliff note, Curtis is a sweet boy, and I love him very much. You guys are
Stop giving him shit!
You guys are such assholes. I'm just gonna say
Stop giving him shit!
He's done literally nothing.
He's only existed, and everybody hates him.
Just his existence pissed people off, and I'm just like, how dare you, first of all? We didn't see it, but he clearly makes Shiro happy.
It's like, okay, here's the thing. Did you guys not stop to think that it was maybe better for Shiro to marry another character except for Keith? Because the fandom would have just been up in even more flames than it would have now.
Yeah, if Sheath had actually been canon for that wedding, people would have lost their fucking minds.
It's the fucking distracted boyfriend meme. Like, up ahead, there's being content with the ending. Right behind them, fix it, fix.
Just one more thing that the fandom's being an asshole about. Stop writing fix it, fix where Shiro cheats on Curtis, you assholes!
Look, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Just, I have two more characters.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So, next character, Allura. I think that Allura ended the series as she did. She ended the series as strong as she started it. Allura started the series being a leader. She was a character who was grieving with the death of her people, but she was also content with it. She grieved by helping others not go through what she went through. She was determined to make that happen, and that's what made her so strong. She ended the series the same way. She ended the series as she started. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm saying that's a wonderful thing. Because she ended the series with her death. She ended the series using her power that she gained over time to ascend to the stars and make sure the universe was in peace. She ended the series with Voltron no longer being needed. And that's beautiful to me. I love that. I love the final shot where she's resting in the stars and the lions are going towards her. Because she saved the universe, goddammit. Our princess saved the motherfucking universe. And that's fantastic. But the final character is the one who I think this story really belongs to. Because he had the most growth. He had the most development. And in the end, he came out far better than he started. Keith to me, is the best character in Voltron, okay? Because he's gone through so much. He's gone through so many different phases, and he ended the series so strong and so mature. Because when he started, he was a teenage boy. He was an emo piece of shit who wouldn't let go, okay? He fucking abandoned the garrison to find Shiro, and then when Shiro was gone, he couldn't grip and cope with the fact that he had to step up and be leader, and he put his team in danger multiple times. There was a podcast where we were just like, fuck you, Keith, grow the fuck up, Keith, and that actually happened. He left Voltron, he found himself, he learned how to take orders and mature, and more importantly, he learned how to give orders as well. He grew up, he developed, he had a full and complete arc, because in the end, he was the leader of Team Voltron. He was calling the shots, he was making plans, and he was damn good at it too. In the end, he left Voltron by turning the Blade of Memora into a humane society. He gave relief aid to people who were struggling. He had a story. Keith had a full and complete arc. This was Keith's show to me because of that. Keith was amazing.
Yeah, just
Keith. Oh god, Keith.
It's the softest thing too, because he's the self-described lone wolf, and he ends the series leading a war relief effort. It's so sweet.
It's like, again, I don't care about this show for the story. I care about this show for the characters, and these characters got exactly what I wanted. They all got a happy ending, and because of that, I really, really, really love the ending.
With Alora's death, it is somewhat bittersweet, but she's a very sacrificial character. This is what she wanted.
You expect it.
She's given her life so many times. It's just this time it would have been a cop-out if she actually lived.
I know. It's like she accepted her death. She said, this is what I have to do. This was what I was meant to do. This is what I worked so hard to do. So she just takes Hagar's hand, the woman who was responsible for killing her people, her family, and she forgives her. And she said, come on, I can help you. I can save you. And she just ascends into fucking godhood, goddamn Madoka style.
And I want to just have a little bit of a revolutionary concept that apparently the entire fandom has not thought of before. Okay. Killing a character is not inherently racist.
No? What? Do people actually say that?
They have been making comments that this ending has racist elements, sexist elements.
You are dumbasses!
Okay, there's two main things about the ending that people get all in a huff about. One is Alora dying, and first of all, she's not even technically African American. She's just a dark-skinned Altean. Secondly...
I mean, the voice actor is African American.
Yeah, well, secondly, killing a character is not racist.
No!
Everyone dies. That's just
Do you know how many motherfucking characters die in Attack on Titan, you shit?
And one more thing is that any of the main characters dying would have apparently been offensive because literally all of them have different ethnic backgrounds.
What the fuck?
People are idiots. And then they also said that, like, Lance getting Altean marks, like, changed his race somehow. No.
What?
Like I said, this fandom is full of illiterate dumbasses.
What the? Dude, okay, let me say this right here, right now. Nothing is racist or bigoted or discriminatory unless the intent is behind it. Just because a joke was made about a lesbian being a lesbian because she gay doesn't mean it's homophobic.
Well, there's also the fact that a show like this, there were also sexist comments about Alora dying because she's a woman, but
No.
First of all, this was a respectable, self-sacrificial death. This was the best way her character could have gone out if she had to die. And literally, every female character that has gotten a name could kick your ass. I'm not kidding. I don't care who you are, they could kick your ass because they're either in a strong leadership position, part of a resistance group, part of a military, or are just really strong and can kick your ass.
In other words, y'all stupid. Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up. There's like, I want to say like 7 female generals, a female admiral, and tons of female soldiers that all get
And Pidge.
and some even get development.
And then there's Pidge.
Then there's Best Girl Pidge, who did not have to be a girl at all.
Like, come on, are we just gonna ignore the fact that Pidge started this series being super depressed and super angry and just super everything because she thought her family was dead?
Can we talk about how the original series didn't have her as a girl? And it was entirely their decision to diversify the team?
Yep.
People are stupid, man. Alright,
Oh god, this fucking fandom.
but yes, I absolutely agree that all of the main characters got such good endings. I loved it so much. I loved seeing how much they grew. But I also want to talk about the minor characters too. Because holy shit, the MFEs.
Jesus Christ, oh my god, where do we start?
Here's the thing. Season 7, last season is when they got introduced, and pretty much all we had was very, very bland archetypes for 3 of them, and Griffin was an asshole. And that's all we had to work with for this season.
One of them didn't talk.
Yeah, we had one that didn't talk, one that was just, like, cold calculating, one that was just boring, and then one that was an asshole. And that's all we had. And then season 8 comes along, and Griffin is, like, awkward and dorky, and it's really cute. Kincaid actually talks, and he has such a personality. His passion for filming is just, and cinematography, it's so cute. I love it. And Razavi is so funny. Holy shit, I love her. I love her energy. And then Ina is just unfairly blunt. I love it.
Let's go lesbians! It's like, the fandom is up in flames, Voltron is over and everything is worse now, and I still don't get it. It's like everybody's like, oh, the writing, and it's like, I get what you're coming from about the writing. It's like, maybe I'm biased because I care more about the characters, but still!
But here's the thing, the plot of this story was stupid from the very beginning.
Oh yeah, it's a fucking reboot, mind you.
It's a reboot of a mecha anime where there's giant robot lions, and in this version they're magical. And have, like, souls in them that judge your being.
So what's your excuse?
The basic plot of this show is so stupid, and I love it. You really have to just break your suspension of disbelief in half and not care.
God, there was, like, a clip on Twitter. Alright, so somebody took a Walking Dead actor, Stephen Yu, saying goodbye to The Walking Dead, and the caption was, us at Keith. At season 8, and there's just a bunch of Walking Dead cast members coming up to Steven, kissing him on the cheek.
Oh.
And at the very end, the actor who plays Daryl, I think, he comes up and he's like, goodbye, buddy, kiss on the cheek, and Steven's just like, fuck you, you bitch. He just looks so unhappy. And the comment said, keep at the writers, and I'm like, I don't get it. I don't understand.
I don't know why people hate the staff so much. Like, yeah, just because you didn't get a lot of romance in this show, but literally everyone was telling you that this wasn't a rom-com.
Dude, there doesn't have to be romance in every goddamn thing. Do you think that fucking Hilda needs a fucking love interest? No, she's a little girl.
Like, yeah, there were romantic elements around, you know, Allura and Lotor, Lance and Lotor, and shit like that, but that was never the main focus. Ever.
Rip Allura, by the way.
Rip.
I'm still, like, fucking over here, like, rest in peace, fam.
Everyone press F for Allura. She deserves it.
You had a short run. No, wait, I meant Lotora. I just now realized
yes.
I said Allura. I meant to say Lotora. I'm
Lotora
sorry.
is still alive in my heart. I love it.
Yes.
Also, this season made me like Allurans. It made me like Allurans because this shit was so soft.
I mean, it was short-lived, but it's like, Lotora was also short-lived, so I don't really mind or care that much.
Yeah, I don't care because, like, as long as they get something in canon, I am all over it for eternity.
Lotor is immortal. He shall forever live on in my heart. I love him. He was a good boy.
Also, can Lotora be canon again because they're both dead?
I think Lotor is just hanging out with his family in Galaxy Heaven.
That's what I like, is that Lotor is in Galaxy Heaven, but he has his happy family and his girlfriend.
I don't know how things work in Voltron shit.
I mean, that's what I like to think, at least.
So, are we done here?
I think
Voltron
we might...
over?
Yeah,
Are we just gonna be like fucking Coley, freeze framing? We can sleep better at night?
I mean, I can't because I'm still getting shit over this, but...
Why?
I literally got, like, tag team harassed 2 days ago.
Why? Damn it, it's been months. Stop.
People won't stop, and now there's more shit to get mad about. But you know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm writing my Clans fic, and people are getting hyped for the ending right now. I'm trying to work on my Lion Girls AU. Someone actually wrote an ask related to Season 8, and I really want to get that done. But I don't care. People suck, and this fandom has attracted some of the worst people. But you do you, fam. Just stop being a dick.
A, congratulations. B, if it's only 2 people like 2 people sending hate out of the 25 that send love. Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Fuck those guys.
And actually, one of the people that were hating on me, it was someone who was yelling at me that Shalora should never be a thing anymore because Shiro's gay, even though gay, bi, and pan are all valid for Shiro. Just as long as he's not straight, it's fine. But someone was giving me shit for that, and like someone actually DM'd me later saying like, this guy's an asshole, he's been giving people shit for months, you want to be friends? And that was great. I got a friend out of it.
Cool, that's awesome.
People are nice. They want to inherently support you as long as they're not a dick. So just avoid the dicks and you're fine. Unlike Shiro, who just seems who can't do that.
I mean, Soldier 76 is gay now too, so all I want is just fan art of them getting drunk at a bar complaining about their Voltron/Overwatch children.
Please have them get drunk at a bar and complain about their shitty phantoms.
I need money to commission an artist to draw that. That would be beautiful.
Just remember that Shiro deserves better than your bullshit.
Well, look. No, we have to remember, even if you're a dick, Shiro is so good that he will always love you, baby.
He is the true space Jesus. He loves
Can
all.
we stop harassing voice actors now?
Please? Please.
Thank you. Look, just take AJ's advice and go hug a goddamn dog.
Yes.
You need to hug a dog.
Yes.
The dog will take all of your hostile energy and convert that into love. Go hug a pupper or a kitten.
And you know, Josh Keaton's still doing alright. Did you see the video where, like, he went to the science center with his kids?
No, I didn't. I was watching his music video on repeat.
Here's the thing, his YouTube channel is just a hybrid of just a soft, wholesome dad and a cruel, heartless shit poster.
I know,
and it's
right?
so good. No, you have to watch the video to know what I'm talking about. It's so good.
Oh my god, dude, Josh Keaton, he just internet so well. It's like low effort, does whatever he wants, and is, oh my god, my girlfriend just texted me back about this gay-ass doujin I sent her. What was I saying? That like immediately distracted me.
You're talking about how Josh Keaton is the best boy.
Yes, Josh Keaton just like posts shit that's like low effort and doesn't give a shit. He just does what he wants, and that's such internet to me. I love it.
But like he posts kind of like a dad who doesn't really know how to use YouTube. It's just like, oh hey, this is my new car. We're going to the science center together. Here are my kids. But he interjects it with a crap ton of memes, and it's the best thing.
Josh Keaton is beautiful and wonderful, and I love him. If we're gonna move on from Voltron after this, I just want to say, for the last, well no, I know I'm gonna say this many more times in the future, but for the last time, Voltron fandom, respect your voice actors, love your voice actors, look, support your voice actors, because your voice actors love you, and they don't want to hate you, and they don't want to be scared by you, so hug a fucking voice actor.
This is your message to hug every voice actor you possibly can.
Hug all the, hug all the voice actors.
Because they deserve more good shit than bad shit than right now.
Except the creepy ones.
Yeah, except for one, not you. Can we get off the topic of shitty voice actors?
Yeah, let's just like move on. What's the next topic?
What else do we got? It's been a
Fire
while.
Festival. Fire Festival.
Oh, the fucking... Yes!